The mattress behind me claims to be the firmest mattress on the market, but is it really? And should you even care? Well, that's what we're gonna find out today in our review of the Plank Firm Luxe mattress. This bed is a dual comfort mattress, and what that means is you get two different feels in this mattress. One side of the bed is a firm, and the other is an extra firm. This mattress is targeting people who are looking for the firmest of the firm mattress that they can find. That obviously goes without saying. But an important question to ask, especially if you are that person, is why are you looking for the firmest of the firm mattress? Because firm doesn't necessarily mean best spinal alignment or less back pain. If it did, we would all sleep on the floor. But we don't, because we also need pressure relief. When sleeping in a mattress, there are two things that are critical for good quality sleep. First, you need enough support, which is probably why you're here right now. Your mattress at home, I bet, isn't giving you enough support. The next is pressure relief. We can give you all the support in the world, but if we don't give your body the pressure relief that it needs, then you're gonna toss and turn all night long and you're not gonna sleep well anyway, which is why, by the way, we don't sleep on the floor. When someone's looking for the firmest of the firm mattress, what that really means is they're looking for a mattress that offers the most support possible while still being passable in terms of pressure relief. So with that being said, how does this bed fare in terms of pressure relief and support? Well, make no mistake about it, this bed is firm. I would say that this mattress is most comparable to the Stearns & Foster Luxe Estate Extra Firm mattress. That is, by the way, the second firmest bed that I've ever tried, right behind the Estate model. Now, that might lead you to wonder, wait, don't they say this is the firmest mattress out on the market? They do, but it's not something that can be objectively proven. And of all the beds that I've tried, which by the way is a lot of beds, this thing is the firmest behind that singular model. So I'll give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt here. Now, one thing that I will also mention that's interesting is the Luxe Estate model that's slightly softer than the Estate in Stearns & Foster sells significantly better because even people who want the firmest mattress find the Estate model to simply be too firm. This bed here is a lot more comparable to the Luxe Estate, which by the way, that bed is way more expensive. The reason that the Luxe Estate sells so much better is because it offers significantly better pressure relief than the Estate model. And how they're doing that is adding in high density foam. That's the same story here, which is why this bed feels a lot more like the Luxe Estate. This bed is definitely gonna be firm enough for just about anybody looking for a firm mattress, and it's also going to give enough pressure relief so you actually get a good night's sleep without tossing and turning. Now, who would we say that this mattress is for? Well, back and stomach sleepers. Side sleepers, need not apply. Side sleepers, you will hate this mattress. Absolutely. I myself am a side sleeper, and the pressure on my shoulders, the pressure on my hips as I lay there was just way too great for this thing to feel comfortable for me. However, when I turned over onto my back, which of course makes me distribute my weight more evenly across the surface of the bed, I noticed I was getting enough pressure relief, my back wasn't hurting, and I was just comfortable. I can't really speak as a stomach sleeper because I never sleep that way anyway. The only reason that I'll even speak to being a back sleeper is because that's something that I'm consistently trying to do. Back sleeping is the most healthy way for you and your body to sleep, and it's something that I've been trying to convert to for over a year, but I still always wake up on my side. Still though, on my back, this bed would be great, but on my side, absolutely not. Even on their firm side, this thing is just too firm for side sleepers of any size. Now, this bed is also going to be a bit too firm for a lot of petite back sleepers as well. But if you are a small, mid, or large size back sleeper or a stomach sleeper, odds are you're going to find this mattress to be very, very comfortable. Now, of course, comfort is always going to be a subjective category, but compared to all of the other firm mattresses that we have tried, we find that this bed does do a great job of being comfortable, and we define that by the pressure relief that it gives while giving maximum support, and you do get that here on both sides of this mattress. And because of that, we give comfort an 8.5 out of 10. Next up is motion isolation, and this is an area where firmer mattresses typically struggle just a little bit. Now, one of the pros of a firm mattress is it doesn't really move that much at all. However, when it does move, that motion is usually transferred across the entire surface of the bed, no different than if you hit a table hard enough, you can feel it on the other side, versus like a softer mattress, which is more like hitting Jell-O. I don't know, maybe there's a better example there, but for some reason, that's the one my brain went with. Either way, You get the idea. A softer mattress dampens motion more in response to large movement than a firm mattress will. Now, how does this bed fare? Well, it actually performs surprisingly well, and the answer is pretty easy to understand. The foam that they have just underneath the quilting of this mattress is a high-density comfort foam, and that foam does do a decent job at suppressing the motion and kind of just capturing it so it doesn't go as far in the mattress. Now, is this bed perfect? No, not by any stretch of the imagination. Odds are you will feel your partner if they are doing large movements in the mattress. So if they like to push up on their arms and then fall down into the bed as they change position, you're gonna feel that here. But if they're making smaller motion or if they get in the bed, out of the bed lightly, you aren't really going to be disturbed here. This bed, compared to others in its category, is going to perform better, but the thing is, the category of firm mattresses is not the greatest spot in terms of motion isolation. And because of that, the Plank Firm Luxe mattress scores a 7 out of 10 in terms of motion isolation. And that brings us to edge support. Edge support is super important, particularly for those who are sleeping in the mattress with a partner. And that's because if the edge support is bad, you're gonna have to scoot into the mattress to stop yourself from falling out, which means you're going to be closer to your partner. Not really a problem for those in a king size mattress, but it can be a huge problem for those in a queen. Thankfully, by and large, firm mattresses do an excellent job at edge support because, well, they are firm. And this mattress is no different, particularly because of two things. One, they've reinforced the edge of this mattress with a stronger, more durable and resilient coil that has a higher spring-back rate. And beyond that, the high-density foam just doesn't really sink very much at all. And because of that, you get a bed that is supremely good in edge support. I believe we found the little brother to this bed, which is the Plank Firm, to actually be just average in terms of edge support overall for a number of reasons. But here, the story is totally different. This thing is absolutely phenomenal. There's more coils in the bed, there's higher density foam, and there's a stronger, more durable, resilient edge coil than what you get in that bed as well. And because of that, this mattress, in terms of edge support, is absolutely the best mattress that we've seen and reviewed here on the channel. It's an easy 10 out of 10, and it's not even a question. And that takes us to temperature regulation. So temperature regulation is super, super important because 62% of people report that they sleep hot. But again, this is an area where firm mattresses by and large perform incredibly well for a number of reasons. One, in a firm mattress, you sleep on top of the bed rather than in it. And because of that, your body has less surface contact and less area for heat to build up. Beyond that, oftentimes firm mattresses just have less foam in them and again, less space for heat to build up. The story is no different here. This bed does a great job in terms of temperature regulation. Now they do offer their Glaciotex cooling cover with this bed that you can get if you want even more cooling, but I want to talk a little bit about that because any cooling cover only stays cool for all of about 30 seconds when you first get in a mattress. And the way that that works is a density game. So basically that cover is more dense than your body, which means when you put your hand on it, it feels cool to the touch. But it's actually not cooler to the touch, and your body figures that out pretty dang quick. If you have no idea what I'm talking about and this sounds crazy, you can actually test it right where you are right now. If you've got a desk, a wall, something like that right by you, go ahead and touch it. Does it feel cooler? Yeah, it does. But if you hold your hand there, it won't. And by the way, it's the same temperature as everything else in this room. In our opinion, these cooling covers are often not worth the added cost, and that's the same case here. This is a bed that does a great job in terms of temperature regulation from the onset. There's no need to add more cooling, especially cooling that only works when you first get in the mattress and cost what, like $200? So if you are looking at this bed, yeah, I would just not go with the cooling unless you're somebody who really does like that, because I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of nice when you get in your bed and it feels really cool. But know that that cooling is only there for max 30 seconds. Even so, this is a bed that performs very, very well. And in terms of temperature regulation, we give it a 9 out of 10. And that takes us to the final category, which is durability and value of the bed. One thing that we definitely need to talk about that's unique to this mattress is that dual comfort. So this bed is firm on one side and firmer on the other. And oftentimes that's more or less a marketing gimmick. And that's the case with the little brother of this mattress, which we didn't really recommend if you were intrigued by that dual comfort, because all they were doing was a typical firm layer underneath that almost all mattresses have, and putting a cover on top instead of a backing and calling it a firmest side, which we found to be pretty gimmicky actually. The implementation here though, it's a different story, because both sides of this mattress are actually getting comfort materials and are actually designed as individual mattresses. I could take this bed, flip it on one side, flip it on the other. In either way, it's going to feel like an actual mattress, whether it be firm or extra firm. The entry-level Plank only had a firm support foam, and that doesn't offer any pressure relief whatsoever. So yeah, it was extra firm, like extra firm, but it wasn't well implemented at all. And it really was kind of gimmicky. Like we said, though, it's different here. You have those comfort materials, you have true quilting on both sides, and you also have a transitional layer as well on the firm side. And because of that, this flippable option, if you're not 100% sure how firm you actually want your mattress, is something that is worth buying into in this bed particularly. But I do want to reiterate, on the entry level, we don't view that as a extra firm side as a viable option because it's not offering any kind of pressure relieving material. Aside from that, how is this bed in terms of durability? Well, you get an upgraded coil system in this mattress with smaller coils that are a higher gauge with a better spring back rate. And all of that translates to a mattress that is going to be pretty dang durable. This is a bed that I would say most people can expect 7 years out of on each side, whereas the Plank mattress, you really only had one side you could sleep on, and the coil system led me to be a little bit concerned in terms of durability, especially because firmer mattresses, in order to retain that firmness, it's really important that they're built with high quality materials. Because in a soft bed, if that mattress gets softer, say like 10%, the sleeper is probably not really going to notice it very much. Their body will slowly adapt to it. In a firm and extra firm mattress, you will notice a 10% difference in softness, and you won't be happy when your bed is 10% softer. So it's really important that high quality, durable materials go in so the mattress retains its shape and form much longer. And this is a bed here that you're gonna get about 7 years out of before it starts to feel not very comfortable. Now you might hear that and think, what, only 7 years? But you also need to be mindful, that's an honest estimate. There are a lot of manufacturers out there. There are a lot of beds out there. There are a lot of mattress stores out there that will happily tell you, hey, your mattress is gonna last 15 to 20 years. And look, it's even got a lifetime warranty or a 15 to 20 year warranty, so it will last. But that's not the reality. Those warranties don't really cover the fact that your mattress does get softer over time. That's just the reality of a situation. Most people replace their mattresses every 3 to 7 years, even if they buy the super high end. And a lot of firm mattresses, especially at this price point, are only gonna keep that firmness for about 2 years. So this thing is actually a standout in that category. And talking about value, I have not seen a mattress of this quality at this price point in quite some time. What you're getting here is an absolutely phenomenal bed that, if it is the right comfort you are looking for, is going to check all of the boxes for you, is going to be comfortable, durable, reliable, and you're gonna sleep cool in it as well. This is a bed that, for all intents and purposes, those looking for an extra firm mattress, you don't have to spend $2,000 for a queen anymore, because before this mattress came onto the market, you did. You really did, because Sealy, Serta, Simmons, all those beds would get softer so much faster in their firm models that people were pretty unsatisfied with them. So in terms of value and durability, this thing is easily a 9.5 out of 10. Just like any other mattress, you get free delivery. You also get 120 nights to try this mattress and make sure that it is the right fit for you. And it does have a limited lifetime warranty. So it checks all those boxes as well. Now, as far as price, right now at the time of this review, you can get this mattress in a queen at $1149. But for the most up-to-date pricing, go ahead and check our link out below, which, by the way, will automatically apply our discount code for you, which will get you the best price possible. All in all, this is my favorite super firm mattress that I've tested. It's my favorite firm mattress that I've tested as well. If you are looking at this and you are looking at the Plank, I'll tell you right now, I don't think that you're gonna be very happy with the Plank. In this case here though, I think that this mattress is a home run, and I do think that you will be very happy with it. Anyway, that's our review of the Plank Firm Luxe mattress. My name is Ethan. If you have any questions at all, drop a comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer it, and we'll see you in the next video.